I love the fact that he was a campaigner for people's rights. I think that was really important. He campaigned for people's rights. He cared about them. That seems to me very important. Micah chapter 6 and verse 8, it says, "He has shown you, O man, what is right and good, and what does the Lord require of you but to act justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with your God." Let me just read those verses in 12 and 13. You can reread these, but he says, "I rescued the poor who cried for help, the fatherless who had none to the system. The man who was dying blessed me. I made the widow's heart sing." Thank God the Christian church has a wonderful pedigree, a great history of good works and seeking to serve our communities, and that must continue. That must be what our motivation, as it was indeed for Jesus. Now, I know kind of real men don't cry. You don't imagine Rambo, do you? Or Dirty Harry with a Kleenex. But I hope there's something in your heart that when you see someone who's in need, the Bible says, "Let every man know that you're my disciples, in that you have love of another kind." You care about people. You reach out to people. You seek to do what you can, when you can, for who you can. Think of that prayer request. Person, father unemployed, was it grandchildren unemployed or children unemployed? And we have something like 1.2 million teenagers out of work. What can we do? How can we help them? What can we do about that? 65,000 children in Britain who are wanting to go, who are in childcare. 65,000 children. And perhaps some of us should consider adoption, consider fostering. No doubt some of you do. But these are practical issues. I believe the church we need to be part of the answer. See, I want to belong to a church that is part of the solution, not the problem. I say this respectfully. I worry sometimes I go into churches and I see a pro-life thing and I'm pro-life. But it's easy to sign a petition. Where are the nice Christian middle-class families that are going to say, "We've got a spare room. We'll take a 14-year-old girl who's had an unexpected pregnancy, and you can come and live with us, and we'll help you in that first year so you can keep your child." That's a bit more challenging. That's a bit more challenging. But I just think Christians are here to make a difference. You know, you were not called to be a Christ follower just so you could be happy and have a really happy life. That's part of the deal. But we're called to be a Christ follower, that we will go into Chelmsford, into the city, into the place where we work, and that we will be different. We will make a difference. We will be salt and light. How many of you know the salt is no good in the salt cellar? It needs to be in the soup. You say, "Well, Pastor, I'd love to do more, but I can't do very much." I do a little cooking. You cook? I do a little cooking. You know when you roll out some pastry, there's always a little bit over, isn't there? And you put it in the bin. Why don't you just roll it out and put a few sultanas in, a few applesauce, and you just put some egg yolk on the top to make it crispy, and you put it in the thing, and then when it's nicely cooked on a light heat, you kind of just pull it out, you sprinkle some sugar on, and you put it in a white box with a ribbon on the top. And you just go down to 4 doors down from where you live, and you say, "Listen, we're from the Elam Church, or the Life Church. And we often notice you. We just want to give you this as a gift. God bless you." You say, "Pastor, I haven't got very much. I have a car." You have a car? You have a car? Do you mean to say on Saturday you could speak to a single parent with 2 little boys? And you say, "Look, we're going out to a beauty spot for the day. We're going to feed the ducks and have a picnic and kick a ball, and we would be honored if you'd be our guests." Now, if you don't like Maltesers down the back seat, if you've got a posh car, buy a cheaper one. Or buy a blanket. But I'm telling you, you can make a difference. You can make a difference.